Hi YouTube, it's Chelsea and Chris.
How you doing?
We got a topic today, so I got my drink ready.
I'm getting to the tea.
Well, it's not tea, but you know what we're saying. Okay, so this has been requested by one of our subscribers. So we're going to talk about our family dynamic. We have two, as you know, we do have two children aside from baby Carter. Our son is 14 years old and daughter is 11. They're only 2.5 years apart. That was from a prior marriage. And so yeah, there was a 10-year gap when we decided to have baby Carter.
It was my idea.
Yeah.
It was my idea.
She wore me down.
I did. It was what, a 2-year begging process? It was like 2 years.
Yeah, she wore me down. So the subscriber wanted us to talk about the dynamic and the adjustments of the kids and us. And for us, it really wasn't that much of an adjustment.
For me, it was more before she was born. I kind of had like a mini breakdown. Just, realizing that, I wasn't going to get a Camaro. I'm now going to get a minivan. Things like that. Just basically realizing that it's over. Like, it's over, but like, 30 may be the new 20, but I feel like at the time I felt like I was like kind of washed up, like I was being a grown up. So it was the next phase in my life. And then when she arrived, now I can, bathe her, and I wasn't going to drop her with the other mitts or anything like that. It was the sleep. But that wasn't really crazy. It was like, I was enjoying my time being up with her. So yeah, I only got 3 hours of sleep, but I was holding her the entire time, So I didn't really...
Yeah, but it does wear down on you.
It does, because even now, like, we still... Like, I go to sleep before Chelsea does, my shift's 9 to 1. So if the baby wakes up after 1 a.m., that's on me. But before 9 o'clock, that's on Chelsea. So we still have stuck with that for the past 6 months. And
it's working. I think
it works
it's
pretty good.
well.
Sometimes I turn up, I stay up to 10, and then we can hang. But that's basically it. Just initially being able to sleep in the same bed, because she was born July. I didn't start sleeping in the bed till August.
The end of August. Sorry.
End of August, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trying to entertain herself down there.
Yeah.
More so for the only adjustment. We'll touch on that after this. When it comes to kids, it was easy. They were excited. Very
excited.
They wanted us. Well, with that story, when we were pregnant the first time, that did not stick.
Right.
We brought them in early, and that was probably...
Yeah, we brought them in way too early.
Yeah. So they were already excited, like the surprise of, oh my God, my mom's pregnant, that wore off quickly after after the baby didn't stick. But they were very excited that we were even trying, because they did want a sibling once they thought that they were going to have one at that time. They really wanted one, so they were super excited, and we let them in on the process the time around when we did the IVF. Because they were already aware that we were trying at that point. So they were excited before she was even conceived of the idea of having a younger sibling. They were very excited to learn that we were pregnant finally, and that she did stick, and super excited to find out the gender, which we will include a snippet of that reaction as well in this video. I'm recording something right now, real quick.
What?
So, it can go either one of 2 ways, right?
Yes.
But either way, as long as it's healthy, it's a good thing, right?
Yes.
So I don't want to see no sad faces, no nothing like that. Because I know we both wanted what we wanted, okay?
Yes.
Or what?
But guess what we are having?
A
What?
boy?
What?
We're having a new baby girl.
Okay.
Yay! Yay!
Why can I have a brother? Fine.
But they took onto her like they loved her just like
Yeah.
there is no this is my half sister. No, this is
I
my
don't think
sister.
They understand that concept.
No, there's no difference when it comes to that for them. They were both very nurturing when she, was first born and everything. They wanted to help a lot, but
Wanted
since
to
they
feed
were
her, like the third day, we were like, you can't breastfeed, so you can't help us.
So in the beginning, it probably wasn't that fun for them or that much of an adjustment because there wasn't anything for them to adjust to really.
But our daughter would stay up with me.
Yes.
And she would make sure that I didn't fall asleep, and she'd be like, I'm watching you, and be like,
she would do that with me too, and she would be the one to track, and she was the only reason why we lasted
that's
long
right.
with tracking the feedings and the
bowel
bowel movements and everything. So she was helpful in that.
She still does it. If I'm changing her, she's like, "Is that pee or poop?" I'm like, she still does it. So
yeah,
they've
definitely they're adjusting perfectly with her. They love her just as much as we do. They want now that she's able to move around and she's a lot more sturdier. They both take time to play with her. They ask if we need help with anything with her.
Yeah.
They're real quick to want to feed her and just play with her and everything. So we love it. We love having the 3 kids. She is definitely the missing piece.
To
the
our
missing
family.
right.
Which I knew it was. But anyway.
Anyways, yes. But it was also easier, I think, for us specifically with the children because I don't believe we touched on this before in our prior videos, but my other children, the 2 children that I had prior to Carter, they're both special needs children. So they're both on the spectrum, but they're not
they're
like
high functioning.
Yeah, they're high functioning. They each have completely different issues
and different personalities.
Right, and especially for I don't feel like technically it is like almost a little bit more than 10-year gap between Carter and my youngest, which was Delina before she came. But for her, it's not really like a 10-year gap because like mentally she's like.
Younger.
She's like 7, I would say. So
it depends on what's happening.
So when you see them together, like they play kind of like the same way. Like Delina will, like get into the state. Like she got a whole bunch of toys for Christmas, and Delina will be playing with it long after she's done playing with it. She's still at that stage because mentally where she can still interact and enjoy the things that she's currently, into.
Right.
So it's fun to watch all the kids together. It really warms my heart.
It's a good group dynamic we have going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one plus when it comes to Carter is that the only co-parenting that we have is between the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to the next topic of this video, as co-parenting.
Co-parenting is tough. It definitely is tough. With Carter, it's like Chelsea said, it's so much easier. So any decisions we need to make, we talk about it, that's what it is. But with the other children, when you have that third party, it almost feels like there's too many.
Third, fourth, and fifth party.
Yeah, it feels like it's like it's too many chefs in the kitchen, and it's like at the end of the day, it just, what am I trying to say here? It's frustrating at times because how can you make decisions if you're not around a lot? Like you have, I don't want to say this.
Very little influence.
Yeah, you can't.
In interaction with the children.
You can't be like, like if you broke your leg, but I don't even know if the analogies, but it's it's kind of like you can't.
Let's be real.
No, all right. Let's be real. But
we're not going to name names. This is going to be a rant.
Let's not even do that. But it's just like you can't pretend to be a subject matter expert if you're not even familiar with the subject when it comes to certain things. So that's frustrating at times.
Example.
What do you want?
They're father, I like to call him the donor. We'll just call him the donor. Um, is not really involved much at all in anything. Even when it comes to like, what would you say? Like even birthdays and stuff like he doesn't even know what they're into at the different as the years go by. Yeah. So it's always a question that I need to let him know what it is that they're into at that time, because they don't even
size
really see
of clothing.
them. Yeah, he doesn't really see them. The only relationship from that side that has been positive,
yes,
for the most part,
yes, it has been positive,
is the grandparents, and I am very grateful for that, because at least that's a connection to the father. I try to stay open with that, but when it comes to co-parenting, if that's something that any of you out there are experiencing or are with someone that has, children with another partner, just have to keep in mind, like, you definitely have to have honest and open communication. Respect. The boundaries have to be set and followed, and there has to be clear boundaries, and there has to be compromise. Otherwise, it's just not going to work.
It's really bad if you don't have that.
So in our case, it has been challenging and it has been difficult. Although I am the one that has legal and what do they call it? Physical custody. So basically, what I say goes. Like that's just what it is.
Right, but we have a lot of critics, so to speak, but they're not really credible critics, if you will. But that's just me. I try to stay out of it. It's difficult. It's tough for me to be in my situation because I really can't speak on anything, but I'm here day to day. I'm the one teaching how to tie shoes and wiping butts and cleaning up puke. But, a person who's not around doing that has more weight than I do.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't agree with that.
Legally and all that other stuff. Okay,
legally, yeah, but realistically, no, that's not the case.
Yeah, but it's a tough position to be in. Because it's like, I'm the father, blah, blah, blah.
Just the donor. We'll keep it
as
the
donor. You
can
have that title. I'll take everything else. You can take the title.
But I don't know. That's basically been our experience. We can elaborate more, but I really don't want it to turn into a rant.
It's not necessary. But as far as even boundaries with Carter, like their grandparents, I feel uncomfortable, but that's just me. I have issues. They almost feel like she is their granddaughter too. And that's cool. You want to love and give gifts and presents, but don't get it twisted. This is not, this baby has nothing to do with you at all. So, they'll call and then they'll be like, oh, let's Skype with the baby. No, who are you? Like, I have issues. Yeah,
this is where we disagree a little bit. You guys let us know what you think about that.
Right.
Because I've never had, like, I've gotten into it with the grandparents a few times,
weird.
But it's not.
Your ex's parents want to Skype with your daughter. It's weird.
Not just with her. It's as they're talking to the
but
other children.
It's like mandatory. Like,
but but they offered, and they did. They bought her things for the shower, which they didn't have to do. They include her. With Christmas, they included her. They sent her gifts as well. Her birthday's going to be in July, and they're actually going to be here to pick up the children, my other children, to take them to where they live for a part of the summer, and they're going to end up being here for her birthday. I'm sure they're going to want to be at her birthday, and I know they're going to get her presents. That's not why I would want them there, but my thing is, I'm all about love. I'm all about being fair, and I don't like to rock the boat if I don't have to. So I feel like if they want to love on her, and granted, they don't have any other grandkids. I do have to mention that because that might make a difference.
Okay, then maybe they don't
have any other grandparents, and grandchildren, and there's no way that they're gonna have any from their son, because of his own medical things. But but they're not gonna have any more grandchildren. So this is all they have, and they love children. They've always loved my kids. They do tend to like cross the line sometimes, but I don't think that it's intentional.
They're overbearing, and it's suffocating at times. Like, okay,
But they're far away,
if a child is hot, they will say, "I am hot," and take off a sweater or take off, a hat if they're hot. Why do you have to physically remove the socks of a preteen? I don't get it.
I don't agree with it either. However, these are straight up from Spain, Spaniards, Puerto Ricans. Like, that's part of their culture. Okay. Like, they're very accommodating, and especially to their own. So
the next time they come at that garden party, I'm hot. Take off these socks. That's crazy.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but to be real, the only reason why it really bothers you, and I can understand it too.
Yeah,
right?
That's weird, right?
Let me. Say, let them let me. Not let me.
Carter, let me take off your socks. Are you feeling hot? What'd you say?
No, in all honesty though, and not to, blow up no spots or whatever, but she has, just like she said, she does have some issues. Her family does not have anything to do with this child at all. So I think that has a lot.
Wait, that's a lie.
What?
They send a text message when they get
a Christmas
card or a birth announcement. So
that's the extent of the relationship.
Yeah, and that's by their choice. That's not by us cutting them off or anything like that.
But I think that situation has tainted you from allowing anybody else other than the people in this household
I can see
to love on her.
I can see
that's
that.
What I think. That's
it's
what I think it really
thing.
is.
Yeah, it's a protecting
But
thing.
it's not like they're gonna pick her up and take her all the way to Florida. That's not gonna happen. Like,
I don't care if they wanted to take her to space. It's not happening.
But that's not what they're trying to. They just want to be involved. They just want to not exclude her, and they just want to love on her.
And that's fine, and I respect that. But I don't want that overbearing grandparenting to influence her in any way, because it has adverse effects at times.
Realistically, it wouldn't, because they're so far away.
Okay.
But yeah, this is what happens when you have a blended family. Like, these issues.
Families, man. I mean, and we have the better of the situations that are out there. I'm sure, because the stuff I hear, the stories are crazy. So we're blessed in that respect. So if they want to just buy her too much stuff and they want to spoil her, if that's our biggest problem, then I'll take it. Right, Carter?
What you trying to say? This is how she communicates.
All
she
day
just screams
she's been
at
doing
you.
this.
What
Right?
you trying to say?
Yeah, all right.
All right, she's gonna keep doing this. It's gonna hurt everybody's ears. But yeah, we just wanted to get on here and just
let me know in the comments below. Am I overreacting? Are my issues? Should I go see a therapist again? Like, let me know, because I don't feel crazy.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with. I don't care who you are. Love on my child. If you're gonna love on her, just love on her right.
Right.
Wait.
Okay.
Because my baby is lovable. Uh-oh. Now she's spitting up. Okay, so we'll see. We're going to add some footage in here. We want to show you how the kids respond to her and everything. It's very cute. It warms our heart. And we just wanted to, like I said, just share how our family dynamics are and how our struggles are with co-parenting, whether it's between ourselves or outside sources. So we hope you enjoyed this video.
And I hope I did enough talking. The feedback has been I just sit here and smile. And I just want to say, for the record, that when this camera's off, the roles are completely reversed.
They are. I would agree with that.
Completely reversed, but whatever. I'll take it. See? Now she smiles. Yeah.
Okay. Because now you're rambling. All right. We hope you enjoyed the footage. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful to somebody that may be going through the same issues. And let us know in the comments below. All right. See you later.